According to a former Donald Trump lawyer, the ex-president faces, quote, 6 to 9 years in the 2020 election case. Hey, Chris Graham here for Augusta Free Press. The lawyer hired by the White House to represent Donald Trump during the Mueller 2016 election interference investigation thinks that Trump faces serious prison time in the ongoing 2020 election interference case. Here's a quote from former Trump White House attorney Ty Cobb when he was on CNN talking with Erin Burnett Tuesday night. He said, "You pointed out 55 years as the exposure from the charges that were included in an indictment from special counsel um, Jack Smith that was announced yesterday. He's not going to get 55 years," Cobb said, "but he'll get 6 to 9 for this." Now, there are fresh charges, as I mentioned. Jack Smith, the special counsel, uh, coming down with a fresh indictment in that 2020 election case. The updated indictment charges Trump with election interference for his actions in the aftermath of the 2020 presidential election. And the new indictment was rewritten to address the Trump courts' made up new rule granting presidents nearly limitless immunity for prosecution for, quote, official acts. Trump last year pleaded not guilty in the case, which alleges that he led a, quote, criminal scheme to overturn the 2020 presidential election just to remain in power. The Trump court ruled last month that Trump is entitled to immunity from criminal prosecution for what it termed official acts and sent the case back to a lower federal court to sort out which charges would be allowed to stand. Cobb, the former Trump lawyer, analyzing the indictment, called it, quote, a very forceful document. Quote, it's pared down. Every sentence is, it's crisply worded. It's a tight narrative. You can't read this, Cobb said, and not understand the crimes that Trump actually committed. Now, background on Cobb, he's a former assistant U.S. attorney in the Reagan administration from 1981 to 1986, and he served as a special counsel to the Trump White House for 10 months in 2017 and 2018. Forecasting what happens next, Cobb said, there will be a lot of delaying tactics by his lawyers, which is par for the course in terms of a typical Trump strategy. That's what he's been doing the last 3+ years with everything that's going on regarding his many criminal acts. Another quote from Cobb, they've already said it's the same indictment. Clearly, it's not, talking about the Trump lawyers. They've already said that this will be dismissed, should be dismissed immediately. It won't be dismissed immediately, Cobb said. Quote, another quote from Cobb, I think the people that view this as some retreat by Smith read this completely wrong. This is what happens in the ordinary course. If the Supreme Court takes an action that eliminates one approach that was previously available, the prudent thing to do is change course. The facts haven't changed, Cobb said. The charges haven't changed. They're the same charges, and they're easily proved. If you need to know why Donald Trump is running for president again this year, MAGA, it's not to make America great again. It's to stay out of prison. If you have any questions for me, any comments for me, please feel free to reach out to me through Augusta Free Press at chris@augustafreepress.com.